Today in The Sims 4, we are furnishing an entire fairy village that I built for WINX Fairies. This is the village we built in my last video. I'll link it down below if you want to check out how we did the exterior. But basically, each of these homes were built for one of the fairies in the WINX Club. So we've got one home over here for Musa, Stella, Techna, Flora, Aisha, and Bloom. I was so happy with how this build turned out so far. You guys loved it. So today we're just going to be furnishing each of these homes in The Sims 4. Let's start over here with Musa. So the WINX Club website is actually really awesome because it shows what their rooms actually look like and what they have in there to match their personalities. And since Musa is the fairy of music, obviously we're going to need speakers and posters everywhere, colored light bulbs, a coat rack, and we have a carpet which is shaped like a piano. So we're going to use that as a guideline, but I don't want to remake their bedrooms exactly. We're of course going to be putting our own spin on it, but we'll try and include as much from that as we can, and I'll link that website down below. So there is a base game wallpaper that I don't normally like to use, but I was looking at this coat rack situation and it's actually shaped like the equalizer of a stereo. So I feel like we could actually run with that in here somehow. And we had fun colored lights mentioned, so don't worry girl, I am way ahead of you on that. I was super excited to see the piano rug because we actually have one in City Living. It's a little big. I'm probably going to shrink it, but I'm really happy we got to match that. All right, next let's find her a bed. Her bed in the actual bedroom is like pink, yellow, a little bit of purple. So right now I'm trying to play around with different beds, just placing them in here, trying to see what works. I'm adding these lights from high school years, and the curtains I'm currently using are from Paranormal. I'm gonna add one of the heart shelves over in the corner there, and on top I am going to raise up a guitar and kind of just place it on top of my shelf. I'm placing another guitar underneath. We're gonna have tons of musical instruments in here. I also wanted to add a desk in this corner, and on top we could add the record player from Modern Luxe. This is one of my favorite items. I actually did a favorites video recently and I forgot to put that in, and I have been thinking about it ever since. I also noticed she had a tapestry on her wall that looked kind of similar to this one from For Rent. Her description said she wanted tons of posters in her room. I found this music trophy we could add for her. I'm gonna use a dresser here from high school years, maybe with a little camper's speaker there. Everything in here is just going to be music themed. I also wanted to add a shelf over here where we could hang up some clothes. I wonder if I can find some that match her actual color scheme. I think that could work. So far this is what we've got for this side over here, and then for the other side, these bedrooms are going to be pretty big. I titled the last video as like every tiny home is a different WINX fairy, but these are full-blown houses. I was definitely feeling very ambitious while I was building this, but it's okay. It's gonna be worth it in the end. This is a super fun build. So I think why not add a piano? If we have the room, I could also add in the amps from Moschino in the corner. I could add another microphone. She already has a keyboard and another microphone right here on her balcony, as well as like multiple guitars and a violin. I wanted to also add this mirror here from high school years, and I know there are a couple more music posters from Discover University, and there are some fun ones from high school years as well. There's also this really funky rug that comes with the holiday pack. It's hidden under one of these swatches and I've never used it, but I actually really like it underneath that piano. So this is how Musa's bedroom turned out. I actually really like the color palette in here. I changed the lighting to kind of manipulate it a little bit. We've got everything in here that the website mentioned, like the piano rug, the wallpaper for the equalizer, of course all her instruments, and then this is what it's looking like on the side with the piano. So tons of instruments, tons of options, a microphone back there. She's got a freaking jukebox. Like, this is a music lover's dream. All right, let's go work on the bottom floor. We've got a spot laid out for my bathroom, and I think we're gonna start off with the kitchen. Maybe we'll do a little bit more of a muted wallpaper for the main room. I'm gonna bring the same flooring though, but for the bathroom I'm feeling checkers for some reason, and like a dark blue spade wallpaper. All of these are gonna look so pretty on the interior with the stained glass windows. So we're gonna add a red fridge. I know Cottage Living has this dark blue we could use for the counters. They also have a built-in sink, but I think for my oven I want to use this one from Jungle Adventure. We'll do the matching Cottage Living cabinets up top, maybe some hanging herbs from Laundry Day. I think I want to bring in a pink table, like maybe this one. We'll do red chairs. I'm thinking about a blue or even fun purple rug. Let's do purple and then we could do a blue speaker on top. There are also some fun wall decals we could use from high school years. So there we have our kitchen, and then on the other side, I was thinking about using this couch here from Paranormal because it has the exact color palette that we're working with. So we'll have that facing this way. My TV can be right in between these windows. I definitely have room for bookshelves on both of these walls. We can absolutely add more instruments, more speakers. Oh, I really wanted to add this record player somewhere too. Maybe we can put that behind the couch. I really want to include a fun rug here. And then just over here, I'm adding a couple boxes of record decor from the basement kit. So here's how Musa's living room turned out. We've got the record player, more instruments. I really like this tapestry here from City Living for her. Obviously all of our records. And then for the bathroom, I'm probably just going to show you what I did for all of these instead of just going step by step because we have a lot to get to. So this is from Get Famous, like the graffiti there. I also used Cottage Living for the bathtub. And then over to this side, we have another Get Famous neon mirror and some spa day sinks. All right, so we're ready to move on. Let's go to the next house, which is going to be for Stella. We're gonna start upstairs again with the bedroom, and they have so much information for Stella that her website pages are actually split into two. So she loves fashion. She's the fairy of the sun, moon, and stars. So we'll see a lot of things like star-shaped decor, a lot of fashion related things. I love the part with her actual bed. It's a beautiful poster bed. We have things like star-shaped mobiles, fashion photos. And one thing I also noticed is she wants to have a pillow area for her pajama parties. So I think for Stella, we need to make a fabulous bed area. So I'm actually carving out this spot here with my walls so I can raise it up on a platform. Then we can go in and delete the walls and we're just gonna be left with that shape. This whole house is on a diagonal, so doing it normally is a little bit difficult. I'm adding some flooring in here from City Living, and we're also going to be using this new wallpaper from the Crystal Creations kit. It's perfect for her. I also have the pink cloud ceiling up there, but there's also one with constellations which would be perfect. Oh, and also I saw in the comments you guys mentioned a telescope, so I did add one for her on her rooftop balcony. All right, for her bed, I was definitely thinking about something like this. This is from Modern Luxe. And then to get that poster bed canopy feel, I'm adding in these columns from Cottage Living. I'm adding these on all four corners of the platform we made, and then we can actually connect spandrels on here to close it off. So far it looks like that, and then this is a multi-step process for this bed, but she said it was important, so I'm adding these sheer curtains from high school years, and we're gonna raise those, so they're gonna be hanging off of this spandrel that we put. As the final thing here, I'm also going to be adding in some paranormal curtains, and I think I'm changing back my ceiling just because it matches my room a little better, but imagine the ceiling could change what it looked like it constantly just went from day to night with clouds and everything, and it moved. I think I would never leave my bedroom. All right, so the bed space is coming along. I'm gonna add some end tables over here. We have these moon lamps we could add on each side of the bed. I feel like over the past year or two, we've gotten so much moon decor, which I am all about. Crystal Creations also came with this rug, which has different swatches for moons. Oh, we actually also have the sun, so maybe I should include that one here. We're adding two dressers for her. These are both from Realm of Magic. We may as well use a matching mirror. And I also wanted to include the moon mirror from Werewolves. We also have these sunshine wall decals from Base Game. And I think this is where I wanted to include the pillow area. There's actually one that'll match her color palette perfectly. And then we could add more over here. And I think we could include an actual sleeping bag, or maybe a couple of them, because this is how they could actually do the pillow fight. The sheep clouds is kind of funny. I wish they came rolled up so that you didn't have to take up so much space with them, but I guess you could always just throw them in your household inventory if you did want to save room. Yeah, these are massive. Okay, they can still have a pillow fight in just one sleeping bag, so maybe I'll just use the one and we'll kind of just put it on a diagonal like that. We are absolutely using these Base Game wall lights. I think maybe I'll put them over in this corner, and then over here we could put something like an easel. There are also these hanging star ceiling things we could put. Oh, there's some star trophies. They look kind of cool in here. And actually this wall art from Paranormal is great because we have the stars, moon, and sun involved. I I also wanted to include some modern luxe fashion pictures, and we have room for a high school year's egg chair, and maybe also the matching couch. So this is how Stella's bedroom turned out. I love including little areas like this with the pillows, so Sims can have a pillow fight. We have multiple dressers here for her, the fashion pictures, an easel over there if she's feeling creative, and I love this canopy bed we made for her. It's so extra, just like the rest of this build. And now we can move on from here to her bottom floor. So I think I'm actually gonna split this in half. I have my bathroom over to the left. We could do kitchen over to the right of the stairs. And like I said, this house is on a diagonal, so everything is more difficult. Actually, that wasn't too bad. Okay, we'll do this flooring, and let's do an Oasis courtyard yellow. I'm thinking we do an orange fridge from the country kitchen kit, maybe with these counters from Dream Home Decorator. Then on the end, we can do the matching oven and just like a little counter hanging out there on the end. I really want to bring down some of the same elements, so I'm grabbing those suspended stars and we'll just put those around in some cute places. I feel like there are some really fun patterns under this table here. Like this one could work. I actually really like this one. I don't know if it's gonna work with our colors though. Or we keep it kind of simple with this table, but we could use multicolored Dream Home Decorator chairs. So like these ones can be pink, and then we'll do some yellow too. I have some room over here, so I was thinking about using the For Rent mirror, and this has a table on it so we could use it for like coffee clutter. We could add like one of the pictures on here, and then we've got space over on this wall for our TV. So we could do our TV over here. I'm really liking the For Rent stuff with this, so maybe we could try this rug with a For Rent coffee table. And can I fit this couch here? I think so. We'll add some chairs over here for a seating area, a paranormal end table. So this is how Stella's main floor turned out. I ended up going back to that table because I just thought it was fun and it brought in the blue. I added some more of the sun decor. We've got some more clutter going on in the kitchen. And then going over to this side, I have a computer. I'm using this pink TV, which I kind of went back and forth about, but I think it looks cute with the stars behind, some of the For Rent furniture. And then for my bathroom, this one was a little bit of an awkward shape, and I had a little bit of a hard time getting the bathtub to work in here. So I just added a snowy escape shower. We've got our sink and our toilet in here. And next we're ready to move on to Techna. So for Techna's bedroom, obviously as the fairy of technology, it's organized, it's futuristic. We need to include her supercomputer. She also loves video games, so we'll be including that. We've got a futuristic design, and she has her inseparable purple keyboard. So I know we have a purple keyboard. I'm gonna add that in right off the bat. I'm gonna put that over in this corner, and I'm actually so excited to do Techna's because I love doing neon weird builds like this. I'm gonna use this bed that I've never used for any other situation because why would you? And I'm also going to be using these from Strangerville, and we're gonna size them down, and I'll probably add these in the corners downstairs as well. I actually really love Techna's bedroom specifically right now because she's the only one with these glass windows that are just fully transparent. Everyone else has the stained glass ones, and I actually found these lights. These are from Dine Out. They're under the painting and posters category for some reason, but how cool do they look on the outside? We are definitely going to be bringing these in as well. So obviously, since she loves everything tech related, this is going to look very sci-fi. I'm gonna try and put any piece of technology in here that I think would fit her. We're going to line this wall over here with TVs from Get to Work. I like using these in builds like this because they stack easily. And by that, I just mean that like putting a lot of them looks cool. Underneath there, I'm gonna add some tables from Tiny Living. And then I wanted to open up Get to Work Debug. I wanna do that because I know we have cool things like the Simray and like this literal portal that sends you to an alien world. We need more of these Dine Out lights everywhere. I'm also going to be adding a couple of the video game consoles, so we'll just put those under that table. And then for her computer, I'm gonna grab this desk here from Get to Work, and we're also going to use the most high-tech, out-of-this-world desktop, literally the most expensive one in the entire game. And then there's also a shelf from Kids Room stuff that I think could work. So this one here, but I'm gonna size it down so it fits on this wall. She did say she's organized, so I don't want to mess around here too much. You know, I can get carried away. So I'll just add a lamp. Maybe we can add some books here, a green speaker. I also found these starlights from the movie hangout stuff pack, and actually these could have been perfect for Stella, so I might end up going back and adding some in her house. But I'm also gonna put them into these parts because from the outside, we're gonna be able to see them peeking through the window and it's gonna look so good. I knew when we were building the exterior on this one that the interior was going to shine through. It was gonna look so cool with those windows. I'm adding some green tables by the bed, and I also found this rug from Seasons that I want to use, but when I size it up it's too big and it doesn't quite fit under my bed when it's shrunk, so I'm gonna just try and cheat it and make it look like it's one rug by putting it on both sides of the bed like that. I'm gonna also add some beanbag chairs at the end of the bed and some pillows. So this is what Techna's bedroom turned out looking like. I found this streaming drone over here which kind of looked like her helmet. It came in purple, so I decided to put that over on that table. I included the sized up lava lamps that I had in here from the last video. She has her TV area, her keyboard in the back, and then I also added some more fun things that just fit her aesthetic, like another drone. We've got this science thing, also a little rocket model. You guys were excited for this one in the comments, and I think this one might have to be my favorite as well. So far, we're not done yet. But let's go downstairs and do the kitchen. I've brought all of these down here again, and I'm hoping I can fit my kitchen right here. So we're gonna do green fridge from the Home Chef Hustle pack, some green base game counters, which I'm gonna push into the wall. I actually like that shape a lot. So I'm gonna replace this here with an oven. We'll do a sink over here, and Sim's gonna prep on those corner counters, so we'll have to leave those empty. I definitely want to use this trash can. I've been liking the look of the glass furniture in here, so maybe we could use this one from Get Famous with these futuristic looking chairs. Oh, this rug is perfect, but it's like a little bit too small or big. Maybe we can get away with it. And then over here, I think I'm gonna do my couch facing this wall. We'll do a TV right here, maybe this purple table from Pastel Pop, and of course we're gonna add some more consoles for her. All right, so this is what Techna's main floor ended up looking like. I added more computers on the dining table, obviously. For the living room, I added some of the Dream Home Decorator sculptures there. They kind of remind me of just like gaming. We have the weird city living light. I just added some mirrors by the front door, and then over here, she loves science, so I included even more weird like get to work items. I also included a Roomba and this galaxy light show for her. And then over here in the bathroom, I added one of the more high-tech showers. We have more of the dine out lights in here, and we have our essentials. I cannot get over how cool this one looks from the outside with all the lights on it. I'm happy about this one. All right, next we're moving on to Flora. So Flora's bedroom is definitely one of the prettiest ones in my opinion. It's described as romantic. You can definitely see the floral imagery with the blooming light. Her bed, we have flower-shaped furniture. It's funny because it says scented plants, but like, do they not all smell? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we're gonna learn something today. So Flora is obviously the fairy of nature, and something about this aesthetic comes so naturally for me, like the pink, the florals. I love a planty Sims 4 build. So underneath the bed, I'm adding those flower petals from City Living. We're gonna add this chandelier from Cottage Living, which kind of has like floral shaped light fixtures coming down. Obviously, we're going to be using the vines from the Blooming Rooms kit quite a bit in this one. I'm basically gonna be putting them everywhere. I want to do something special for her bed, so I'm literally thinking about putting an entire pergola over top of it. Like, I think we could get away with this one. Is it extreme? Absolutely. But her actual bed is literally shaped like a pea pod, so whatever. I also wanted to hang these plants from the movie stuff pack, so I'm just gonna squeeze those right underneath. Actually, what if we sized one up? We'll use the tree stumps from Outdoor Retreat as end tables. Obviously, we're gonna be using the blooming lights from City Living. And actually, I think the high school years lights would look so pretty here as well. So I'm just gonna add them on both sides. Sims are able to walk through there, so it's just gonna add even more of like that romantic feel. Like, that is just so pretty. I'm obsessed so far. I'm gonna use a divider. I've got some weird shadow going on over there, probably because I have a pergola in my house, but we could cover that up with some plants. Oh, and I definitely wanted to use these lights here from Outdoor Retreat. So I'm actually gonna put that over here in this corner. I'm also going to add a bookshelf, obviously with more plants on there. And fine, I guess maybe some books too. And then unfortunately, we don't really have any flower-shaped chairs, but I was thinking about these poofs here, and also something about these Pastel Pop chairs works too. I'm gonna use this rug here from high school years, and I also want to add these floral rugs here from Backyard Stuff, but I'm gonna place them and then click on the high school years rug to bring it on top. I'm also adding these from high school years on the inside of my house. We could maybe use this mirror from Growing Together, or we could do a dresser here, and instead we'll do this stand-up mirror from Realm of Magic. Oh, actually, I know Flora is also also really into potions. So before we move on, I definitely need to add a couple of these in here. And also a cauldron so she could make them. I'm actually gonna get rid of one of the planters upstairs so I can add that right here. That actually makes our fairy garden so much more magical. So this is how our bedroom turned out for Flora. I love in live mode the potions actually like move like that. We have our bed over here, and now going downstairs, we've got our bathroom over to the side, so I think our kitchen could go right here. So for Flora's main floor, we're gonna carry the same aesthetic, same color palette. I'm using the Country Kitchen Essentials here in this green shade. Combined with cottage living counters, we're of course bringing in more vines. We're gonna use a table in the middle from Eco Lifestyle with these chairs from Outdoor Retreat. We'll have a table over here, and I wanted to put some like clutter on here. Maybe some more lights like this. Oh, these mugs actually have flowers on them. We're gonna put a couple of those. And then over to this side, I wanted to use this TV with the flowers on it and maybe some pink base game couches. Oh, we definitely have to use the new bookshelf from Crystal Creations. I am so in love with this bookshelf. I also really like the plant from that stuff pack too. So this is how the main floor turned out for Flora. We've got obviously plants galore, some hanging plants from Nifty Knitting. Over to this side, I actually used again that backyard stuff rug, and I think it looks so cute with this bookshelf. And then over in this corner, I did another seating area. It's right by the bookshelf, so I feel like it could be a cute like reading nook. And then for our bathroom, again, just super planty. We've got some plants in here, a tiny living shelf, and we have our bathtub over to this side. Next, we're moving on to Aisha's house. And a lot of people were wondering about her name in the comments of the last video because apparently in some dubbed versions, her name is Layla, but her original name is Aisha. So this is what her bedroom actually looks like. This one is going to be so fun for me because we share a lot of the same hobbies. She loves to dance. She loves sports. She's got a treadmill going on in her room, a big mirror so she can practice her choreographies. And we have this really big dance desk, which I would love to recreate, but I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. So we're first going to add things we know are going to be in here. We're going to need the treadmill, which is going to fit right over there in that corner. I had to delete a window so that we could add this huge wall of mirrors for her dancing. And this one actually resonates with me so much because I don't know if I've ever talked about this on here before, but I actually took competitive dance since I was like a child. Like as soon as I could walk, my mom put me into dance class. It was definitely a love-hate relationship, a lot of hate, but like dance class in general is just made up so much of my childhood. Same as the sports, I played some sports when I was a kid, so this little dance wall I love, and I really wish we had something like ballet shoes I could add or a proper bar. This is my attempt at the bar. I'm gonna add these shelves here from high school years underneath. And Aisha is actually a water fairy, so she wears green, but her magical powers lie in water abilities. So I'm gonna go off of like this turquoise color palette with some purple. We'll add an end table here. I love this mirror from Parenthood, so we're gonna add that. And I'm also gonna be adding these sheer curtains from high school years. That iconic dance desk she has would be so cool in here, but maybe we could pretend that this sign here says dance in Simlish. Everybody has been getting this heart chair. And like the thing with this room is I want to keep this whole area open, like as if she was going to be dancing there. I mean, we could include a big dance floor for her. Are there any nice ones? Like we have this one maybe from My Wedding Stories. And then for seating, I could add these poofs from Nifty Knitting. We could also use these chairs from Nifty Knitting. I've been using these lights a lot in here today. These are from the kids room stuff. We could put a small fish bowl and a dresser over to this side. I'm gonna add a basketball, and I feel like we need more gym clutter. Like we could add a water bottle. There's also this mounted basketball that could work. And this stuff, I could put this by the treadmill. I think we could fit a punching bag maybe over in this corner and possibly a green yoga mat right here. Oh, this pastel pop art has a shell on it. So here is Aisha's bedroom. I ended up changing the dance floor because I found this swatch and I thought it matched a lot better. I love the color palette in here with like the turquoise and the green. Her desk over here, I also added some of those skateboards on the wall. We've got our seating area over here with the treadmill. And even though this room is pretty open, I feel like the mirrors make it look very full still. Like I was worried about it seeming feeling empty, but I feel like with the dance floor there, it actually filled it up quite nicely. Let's go downstairs and do the main floor. I think down here I want to make it even more green. I'm loving like the pastel colors we used up there, so I'm gonna keep going with that. So downstairs I'm using these green base game counters. I've also got some green growing together essentials, and we're doing an island this time with these chairs from high school years. I wanted to include a fish tank, so I'm actually gonna put that right here. There's actually also this one, which is so pretty. I think we're gonna use that. And then also for more of that pastel green, there's this here from high school years, which maybe we combine with a purple rug, some beanbag chairs, and then I really needed a table to put over here. We're gonna have to put something in the background to hide that weird corner, but we can get a TV on there. I've added some plants here in the background from Blooming Rooms. I think we need another purple rug over here to tie it together, and we need a bathroom. I was like, why does this one feel so much bigger than all the other ones? It's okay. I think this is actually gonna turn out even better for our layout. So kitchen and everything is over here, and then for our bathroom is gonna have to be right to the left. So this is how Aisha's turned out. I love that fish tank. I stocked it fully with fish. I also added more gym clutter there so she could just grab it and go. I love the all green kitchen. I feel like it turned out super cute. And then over to this side, I had to add some big like ceiling height mirrors, basically just to hide my railing glitch. I added a ton of hanging plants because I really liked how they matched my color scheme. There's a football over there by the TV. And then for the bathroom in here, I added more hanging plants with the high school years bath mat, some tiny living pictures, a bathtub, and we've got our sink over to this side. I also moved the pond over like slightly because you guys were freaking out about the pond being near the basketball net, even though she's a water fairy. But finally, we are moving on to Bloom's room. So this is what Bloom's actual bedroom looks like. And like I said, we're not going to focus too much on this one today because I've already built her room in a previous video. I'll link that down below if you guys want to see how it turned out. But basically, we had to make sure that we've got a desk in here for drafting so she can draw there. We need balloons, fun shaped rugs, and she had a custom wall shelf, which I did make before, and maybe we'll make it again. So for Bloom, I'm using the heart-shaped bed. This is the neon light that I used before for her shelf because it looks exactly like the Bloom sign. And you can actually raise books up on top of here, so it looks like they're hanging on there like a shelf. We're going to include a desk over here for her. We'll include a fun-shaped rug, and we're gonna do the balloon-shaped lights from base game. I always found it weird how her main color is blue, yet she's the fairy of fire. I personally think the creators probably just thought that the blue would look really good with the orange contrast, which makes sense in my opinion. So this is how Bloom's bedroom turned out. Again, I will link the other one down below. It's way more detailed than this one. Although I do like how this one turned out still. I think the colors in here are fun. We have a bit of a seating area over there with the dresser. And then down below, I did the orange and blue kitchen stuff. I did also include a fireplace in here with some orange chairs, kind of like a mid-century modern vibe with like some of the furniture that I picked. We've got an end table over here with a bookshelf, and I kept with like the fun rug idea down here too at the front door. Also for her bathroom, it ended up being super small. This is the smallest house that we have out of all of them. So we just have a snowy escape shower in there with a toilet. So that is how this build turned out. I hope you guys liked this video. Let me know which one was your favorite, and let me know any video ideas you want to see in the comment section down below. If you guys liked the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.